Rolling.
Oh, that's rolling. Okay. You can come in and see what I'm doing here. What I'm doing here is I'm taking this pencil. I've measured out 16 inches. That's how wide the sign's going to be. And I'm dividing it into these 2-inch segments. It's 16 by 24. I've got 12 segments. I have 11. I got 11 lines of copy here.
Right.
And so I thought, well, I'll just divide the sign, yes. Okay. I'll divide the sign into 12 segments, and that'll help me decide and figure out where the lines of copy will fit on the sign.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I'm wearing this down. Okay. And then this. Okay, so I've measured this out at 2-inch segments. And so I'm just drawing the lines like this. And like this. Okay. And this is a little, this activity's a little rough on the pencil. Okay. But you know, I like recycling materials, and I actually enjoy using used materials because they have, you know, they have a wear and a character to them. Okay. Now what I'm going to have to do, what I'm going to have to do is, you know, the sign's going to be this part. I'm going to have to trim this off, so I'm going to have to get out, and that's why I work on this work table that has the slots in it, because what I can do is I can just clamp this to the work table and then take a circular saw and just, you know, run it through here. So at some point I'm going to have to dig out my circular saw, which is down here in this box here. So I'm going to have to move all this and dig out my circular saw at some point today and trim this off.
Okay.
Okay, Eddie, you can come back when I've made more progress.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Rolling.
Hi, Eddie. I just put my earplugs in. This is going to be a little loud. I clamped a guide.
Yes.
A guide board to this. This is the part that's going to get cut, and it's clamped to the work table. And I got this. This is. If you come in here, you can see how this fits. You see, there's the blade, and where that piece of tape is, that's the cut that it's going to make, and it's going to lean up against this as a guide. Okay, let me just make sure that I'm not tripping over any wires. I know it's pretty frightening. Okay, I'm just going to do this quick. There it is, and that's all the cutting I have to do. And boy, it made a mess.
It smells.
Yes, the bad thing about doing this inside is that it blows sawdust everywhere.
Okay.
But now I've trimmed my sign so that it's a little more manageable, and so I'm going to clean this up and work on this.
Okay.
So, okay, thanks. I'll come and get you. Alrighty. Okay, so I've divided this board, this 16 by 24 inch board, into 1-inch lines, and I got a center line. And this is the message that I need to put on here. And I'm drawing out letters. I figured out that the middle of the words, the bottle garden, was between the T and the L. Okay. So, let's see. I drew an L and an E, and then there's the G. There we are. G, A, R, D. E and there's the N. Okay. This is what I learned to do in art school. I was pretty good at typography and doing my own letters, but you know, but basically, this is all done on computers now. So this is now craft work. Okay, so anyway, I have Legarden. That's the second half of the Bottle Garden. Okay, and so I have to. Okay. Let's see. Now, and then what I can do is T. Oh, there we are. T. Okay, I can't do this and hold the camera at the same time. So I'm going to see if Ed will do this for me.
Yeah, I didn't do any flipping.
Okay. Okay, this is a little rough on pencils, but anyway, I'm starting with the title, The Bottle Garden, and I've got my board divided in half, and I've got these lines 1 inch apart. I've got the Legarden, and I'm working my way backwards. And this T, that T is a little far apart. Okay. And basically I'm doing my own letters here. Because this is what I used to do. I learned to get good at doing this, and then computers do this for everyone now. So nobody needs to know how to do this anymore. But I can do it for myself. Okay, and then there's an O. So I draw a circle, and then within that circle I draw an oval, and then a B, and the loop in the top of the B is a little smaller than the loop in the bottom. We add some serifs, and then we can just work our way back with, let's see, that was, okay, it was about a ½ inch. Okay, I draw a circle for the E, and then a line, and then we draw an oval inside, and a little loop, T, and then let's see, we're going to do this, I'm starting with this guy here, this H, and then T, let's see, okay, that's pretty good. Okay, let's see, okay, so I've got The Bottle Garden. You know, I think that works pretty good for the title. And when I go in to paint it, I can shift it over just a little bit, because right now there's a little more room here than here, but not too much. Mm-hmm. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then I think I'll be by Andrew Porter. That'll be smaller. That'll be somewhere in here. And then I think actually I'm going to keep this like this size for the title. And then I think that the letters that I do down here are going to be smaller for the information. Okay, I'll come and get you when I've made more progress, Eddie.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, there it goes. Okay. This is a test run. I'm going to see how this looks on video. Okay. This, so far I have one last line to add, and it's this line here. So far, well, I have to fill out some of these letters, but this is turning out pretty well. I don't know if this is going to show up on video. Let me pull back. Okay. Yeah, if I tilt it, it looks like you can see some of it. Okay. Okay, we'll push that back. Okay. Can you see? Hi.
Hi.
Okay. I'm on the very last line. I'm down to and other related videos.
Right.
And I don't know. I did a test run earlier to see if this would show up on video, and it kind of does. If you angle it, you can kind of see it. You know, it's graphite pencil on masonite board.
Yeah.
You know, and this is basically the underneath. You know, the thing that I will trace the letters on when I make the sign.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this will be sort of like the you know, the thing that I'll trace around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm down to the last line. I've laid out the lines for the top, the middle, and the bottom of the letters.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do with this is in order to figure out where the middle is of this is I count the letters. And so it's 1, 2, 3, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, then I go back and count to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the middle is probably the E.
Yes.
Okay. And, you know, spaces and letters are not uniform, but that gives you a rough idea of where the middle is.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is you can get a shot of me making these letters, and I'm just going to start. I'm not going to finish them the way I finished these with, you know, ascenders and descenders and serifs and all of that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to sketch this out, starting with the middle letter.
Yeah.
You know, the words are and other related videos, so I'm going to start at elated videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go over here to the center line.
Mm-hmm.
And for the E, I'm just going to indicate a circle. E, L, A, T, E, D, and then, you know, about a half an inch of space. V, I, D, E, O, S, and then I'll come back and I'll work my way backward. So it's R for related, and then space, and then other spelled backwards is R, E, H, T, O, okay, and then and spelled backwards, D, N, A. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at that, and I'm going to put my two pointing fingers to either end. And why don't you pull back in this way, and you can see, yeah, okay. So that looks like it's centered pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And other related videos, I'll probably scooch the word other over a little bit, or maybe the word and. So, and other related videos. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move other over a little bit, and I'll go in and I'll finish the letters, you know, with the thick and thin lines and the and all the finishing touches. Okay? Okay, I'll come and get you when I've made more progress.
Okay.
Yes. All right. There we are. Okay, I managed to get all this information onto this piece of masonite. I basically divided it up into, you know, lines and spaces, and then I penciled in all the words from the top to the bottom, and I penciled in that last line. Let's see, and other related videos. That's from here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that looks pretty good. I've got a border line drawn around these areas of text to divide the bottom message. The bottom message is on YouTube. View The Bottle Garden, 29 January 2013, and other related videos. And those other related videos have to do with the building of the bottle garden. But this is a sign that will mark and explain the bottle garden. It says The Bottle Garden by Andrew Porter, completed January 29th, 2013, 670 alcohol beverage bottles, wine, gin, beer, ale, etc., purchased at Rouse's Supermarket on Carrollton Avenue in New Orleans from 2006 to 2012. And then on YouTube, view The Bottle Garden, 29 Jan 2013, and other related videos. Okay, and I'm hoping that I can make this work. This is graphite on masonite, and it's pretty rough right now, but everything's, it's plotted out exactly the way I want it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a new Sharpie. This is a nice Sharpie with a sharp tip, and I'm going to see if I can darken this in, and hopefully that will dry and then it'll show through. I'm gonna cover this with some pale color of paint, and then paint in the letters over the pale color of paint for the final sign, and then I'll probably seal it in polyurethane. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I'm working with a Sharpie.
Oh, let me. Okay.
Okay. What I'm doing is I'm filling in the letters that I sketched in with pencil, and I'm using a Sharpie. And I've used the Sharpie already to line in the border.
Line.
And basically now I'm just going in, and I'm going to put this over here. Okay, and I'm just following what I sketched out in pencil. I'm going, Okay. Okay, and up close it looks a little, a little rough, but like from a foot back it looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, and some of the heavier lines I'll erase. In fact, let's just see how this works. If this, because this is, I need to close this up there. Okay, so this has been up on here for about 10 minutes. Yeah. But I'm beginning to think I like the way this looks with, with the lines and the construction. I might just seal this in with polyurethane.
Yeah, we have that, don't we?
Yes, we do. I have a can of it beyond those boxes. So,
okay.
Yeah, and also this is a nice subtle look. And the black against the brown, I think it shows up, but it's not, it's not offensive. It's not offensively commercial. It's more, it has the recycle aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's got the handmade aesthetic.
Yeah.
So, okay, so where I am right now, it says The Bottle Garden by Andrew Porter. Completed January 29th, 2013. 670 alcohol beverage bottles, comma, and then wine and gin, beer, ale, etc. And then, I'll fill in the rest of this. But let me see. I'll let you get a look of how I'm doing this. Okay. You tired?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, G I, let's see, G I N. The thing is, the more I use this Sharpie, this is a Sharpie with a relatively sharp tip, but the more I use, the broader and duller it gets, so I kind of have to be careful. But I'm surprised it works this well. because this what do you call this masonite board? You know, it's had some rough treatment. You know, and you know, because I used this for a cutting board, and I used it, you know, for all kinds of projects. I used it as a surface underneath a lot of projects that I used to do, and you know, so it got some rough treatment. But you know, it seems to be holding up, and you know, I thought maybe, you know, the Sharpie would like bleed out and blot out, but it's, you know, it seems to be holding itself together pretty well. Yeah. I'm really glad I was able to, you know, to write this out in this style.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with all these little, you know, with the serifs and the ascenders and descenders and the thick and thin lines, because this type of lettering is very easy to read. You know, it goes, you know, it allows, you know, the reader is able to basically connect the letters together, and it's easy to read. And that's why I like this type of lettering. But I'm a little out of practice because it's been years since I've done this, and you know, so I'm kind of coming back to it. But like I said, this also gives it, you know, this shows that it's handmade, and you see the handmade character in this. So let's see, we'll do ale. Boy, that is a little rough. Okay. Okay, Eddie, you can come back when I've made more progress. Thank you.
What's going on?
What's going on? I'm finishing up this sign for the bottle garden, and I'm down to the very last one, and you can see that I penciled in the letters.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing is I'm taking this Sharpie and I'm just going over the letters like that. See, there's an R. I'm going to fill it out a little bit, and then okay. There's an A. And there's a T. Okay. Oh, that looks like you're getting a good angle there.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
No.
What?
It's about to slip.
What was about to slip?
The phone camera.
Oh, okay. Is it steady now?
Yeah.
Okay. V. So I'm going to bring that up a bit. Actually, that looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stand up and look at it. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll look good. I really like the way this looks. I was gonna, like paint it white and then paint over the letters again, but I like it the way it looks right, just like this. So I'm gonna go in after this dries after about 5 minutes. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna erase some of these lines, but I'm gonna leave some of them in. And then I have some polyurethane that's made. It's a formula where you wipe it down, and so you have to apply several coats. But I know that if I put polyurethane over, some of these lines will show up really dark, and so I think I want to leave them in, but I want to leave them in very lightly. So I'm going to erase some around here so that the black letters will pop out a little more.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Eddie.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Oh, you're on?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I took my sign and I cleaned it up and I rubbed in some wipe-on polyurethane, and it made the sign very dark. Before the polyurethane, this was a light tan color, and the letters from the words really stood out. However, I actually kind of like this. And because this is going to go outside, it'll be bolted to a chain link fence. I kind of want it to be subtle,
Yeah.
so this is something that people, if someone's interested, they'd have to come up to it and read it.
Yeah.
But I suspect, I just wiped in the polyurethane, about 10 minutes ago, and it's almost dry. So this may lighten by tomorrow.
Yes.
So we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Thanks, Ed.